here with you guys today on this, I would say beautiful. It's a beautiful day as long as we are here, but outside, we're alive, so it's a beautiful day. Outside, the weather is not so beautiful.
No, it's not.
Not so beautiful here. I think we skipped autumn, fall. We went from
straight into winter.
Summer to winter. No in between, but I hope that you all are having an amazing day today. Yes. The project that we have for you guys, I think you all are going to love it. It is so easy, so simple, and guess what? You probably have absolutely everything that you need to recreate this at your fingertips right now.
Yes.
In your craft room, ready to go. Very minimal supplies, but very big impact. Today's project is we're going to be doing a little bit of drawing with our Cricut. We're going to be working with paper. We're going to be looking at turning our cut lines into score lines. We're going to be doing so many things today.
Yes.
But before we get started, we do have to remind you guys that if you have not signed up for Christmas Craft Week, it is next week.
That's
we are
crazy.
Literally T-minus what, 5 days until Christmas Craft Week?
I am pumped.
I'm also pumped. I have been kind of like going back through the projects, looking over through them again, making sure we're all prepared, and I have just fallen more and more in love with these projects. And honestly, like how impactful they can be and how simple, very similar to what we're going to be doing today. They're not very hard. These are projects that you can easily recreate all next week. I definitely think that you need to get signed up. And another thing that I needed to let you guys know, if you haven't ordered your Christmas Craft Week paper pack, which I think we have it over here, from Celebration Warehouse. Today is the very last day that you can order that to make sure that it gets to you on time. If you order it after today, Ashley is not, I don't think that there is a guarantee that you're going to get it on time for Christmas Craft Week, but today is the last day to go ahead and order that. If you haven't already, head over to Celebration Warehouse, grab that Christmas Craft Week paper pack. I'll show you where it's at. Make sure you use code MGL to get 20% off.
Oh, yeah.
But those are our reminders for today. I want you all to pop off in the chat. If you are coming to Christmas Craft Week, either drop me an emoji or drop me a yes and let me know you're coming. I want to see those comments rolling. Yes. I want to see them rolling. Let me know how excited you are, what do you think is going to be your favorite project. Let's all just sound off in the chat. And let me know that you are here, you're ready to go, and you're signed up, and you're pumped as we are for Christmas Craft Week.
We've got a yes. Dude, there's been so many people sign up for Christmas Craft Week.
There has been so many people. Oh my goodness.
Unreal.
This is what I like to see. I like to see these comments rolling. I like to see you all get as excited as we are. It is going to be such a good week. Such a good week. Yes, I have my ticket signed up for the replays. So let me just go ahead and clear some things up for those that may be confused. You can attend this week for free. So let me break it down how you can attend this week for free. If you are not an MGL member, you can sign up for free. If you're not a member, I do advise if you want to have the replays, go ahead and get that all access pass. If you are an MGL Plus member, you get those replays automatically with your membership and you get the cut files. Now, if you want to do this for free, what you're going to do is you're going to sign up, but to get the free files for every day, you do have to show up live and you have to download those files from the live, just if you wanted to do this free. So really and truly getting all of the files, if you go ahead and get that all access pass, if you're not an MGL member yet and you want to go ahead and get all of the files beforehand, you want to get all of the replays after. We have a couple little freebies as well with that all access pass that you get a couple little more incentives. We have I think we have 150 extra cut files that they get for the all access pass. There's a lot of things that go into that all access pass that you get. It's kind of one of those things, if you're not an MGL member yet, we want to show you all that we have to offer, so that's how we can do that through that all access pass. So go ahead, get signed up. if you want those replays, you want those extra files, you want all that extra stuff, grab your all access pass. So,
Yeah.
Just
Kara's excited for Tara Reid.
Oh, I've talked. Also, another person that we didn't talk about yesterday that is doing the Christmas Craft Week with us, who we adore, and we are not meaning to leave her out at all, is the very own May May Made It.
Dude, I love her.
We are obsessed.
Much.
She is going to be doing more of a, instead of an actual project, like a finished project, she's going to be talking to you all more so on the Brothers Scan and Cut. We had a lot of people that wanted more information and more of a like how-to on the Brothers Scan and Cut. So that's what she is going to be doing. So if you look through the project and you don't see her picture, don't worry. She's still going to be there. She still has an amazing, absolutely amazing class that you all are going to be able to watch. So I think you're going to love it. Everybody saying, yay. Yes, she is so fun, so sweet, and very knowledgeable.
Yes.
So knowledgeable. So with all of that being said, let's just go ahead and dive in.
Let's do it.
Let's go ahead and dive into today's project. And today we are going to be making this adorable paper. What would you call this? Would you call this an ornament? I think when we were making these originally, we were making them as like, we were gonna hang them from the windows.
Gotcha.
There are so many things that you could do with this.
Yeah, you could do so much with that.
Do so much with this, but let's go overhead because the real showstopper is how you are utilizing your Cricut pens to create this design on this, we'll say paper ornament. I think it gives it that little extra oomph that it needs to turn it into something, a show-stopping paper project. So what you are going to, ads, we need to turn ads off. We're going to get those turned off for you guys. So sorry. We have normally had those turned off. For some reason, it's been turning them back on every time. Give us just a second. We're going to turn these ads off. That way you don't have to watch them. We get it. It's a live show. You don't want to be watching the ads, so we don't want you to have to either. Ads should be turned off now. We are good to go. So let's go ahead and go overhead and talk about all of the things that you are going to need to complete this project. So this is our finished project here. First off, we are going to need some cardstock. Obviously, we are a Celebration Warehouse Celebration Warehouse stands around here. It is the one and only cardstock that we use here in the Maker's Gonna Learn studio. So we are doing this on this ivory cardstock, and y'all, her ivory cardstock is my favorite.
It is perfect.
It is the perfect shade of ivory. Like,
yes.
I wish that there was and if anyone here is watching, if Patrick is here from Caesar or anyone else in the vinyl HTV world, can we make an HTV that is this color?
Oh my gosh.
Because the HTVs that I found are more of like an almond, like it has more of a brown tint to it or a yellow tint. This ivory is everything to me. Anyway, I'm obsessed with the ivory, so we are going to be using 1 sheet of cardstock today. With that, you are going to need a light grip mat or a well-loved standard grip mat. You can see this is a pretty good light grip mat, fairly new. So we're going to be using a light grip mat today. We are going to be using a Cricut pen. Now, you don't have to use the actual Cricut brand pens. We just have a ton of them. This is the 0.4 tip. So this is the felt tip. It's a smaller felt tip marker. And this one is in Very Berry. Very Berry. The other things that you are going to need is going to be some type of ribbon just to glue on the back of your ornament as like your little hanger. And we do have some Zig 2-way glue. You don't have to use this brand specifically. This is one of our favorites. There are a lot of other good glues out there. I think Barely There makes a really good precision glue. Karen says, glad to see your thumbnail has healed. Yes, guys, I got a new thumbnail.
I thought we were talking about a YouTube thumbnail.
No, my real
Your
thumbnail.
real
My
nail.
real thumbnail is back, guys. It grew back, and I did put an acrylic nail on it, so it's all great to go. Thank you. It took a little bit less than the time that they thought. They thought that it was going to take 6 to 8 months, and I think it took 4.
Well, the Lord is working.
And collagen. The Lord and collagen. So, back overhead, we have our ribbon, and I do have a Lynn Lilly. This is just a precision hot glue gun here. It is not on. I did touch the tip of that. It is not on. Actually, I need to turn that on. There we go. And this is just for me to add some hot glue to this ribbon and maybe a little bit of hot glue here in the center to keep it all together. So that's pretty much it. That's your supplies. Like I said, very minimal, probably things that you have in your craft room already that you could actually recreate this project with. So with all of that being said, let's go ahead and start the process of creating our beautiful paper ornament. So we're gonna start here. Here it is. Let me go ahead and open this up in Cricut Design Space. Here is where we are going to end up. This is not where we're gonna start, but this is where we're gonna end up. So what you're going to want to do is head over to the Makers Gonna Learn website. It is also linked down below. If you can't find it, you can find it in the link down below this video. Or if you are a member, you can go to the Makers Gonna Learn website, go to the cut files, and then type in 3D paper ornament. This is the one that we are going to be creating today. It looks like a 4-leaf clover to me, but when you put it all together, it looks even more beautiful. This would be a really good, could possibly be a really good 4-leaf clover for, I don't know. We'll have to see when we cut it. Anyway, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna click download on that file. It is then going to download. Yes, we do have the paper bundle so we can show you the colors. Sadie, if under that gray sweatshirt, here in a minute, if you'll grab that and just push that over here to me, I will go over the colors for everybody. After we kind of get through the Design Space process, we'll go over the colors that are in the paper pack from Celebration Warehouse for, oh, there's a lot more than that. I think it's that whole stack.
Oh, holy
That
moly.
whole big stack.
This is so many.
Yeah, girl, that
cow.
whole stack is what they get.
What in
Crazy,
the world?
right? So after you have downloaded Design Space, what you're gonna do is you're gonna come over here to upload. We're gonna go to upload image, and then I'm just gonna bring my Finder back into view, and I am going to bring in this 3D paper ornament. I love to drag and drop. It is my favorite way to do this. And then we're gonna go to continue, upload, and this is how this bad boy comes in. Now, this, I don't want to confuse you guys because there are a lot of things going on here. There are a lot of lines, there are some cuts, and there are score lines. So it comes in already sized to be, and we'll go overhead, to be this large. If you do not want it this large, you need to make sure that you size both of these pieces together. So if you don't want it this large, which this is about the size of my hand, it's a little bit smaller than like my hand, but I also have a pretty big hand. Like that's a pretty good size paper ornament. But if you are wanting to resize it, we'll go back to Design Space. All you'll have to do is just size this accordingly here while they are still attached together, okay? Now, once you have done that, if you'll come over here to your layers panel on the side, and I'm gonna close that out, and we're gonna drop this arrow down. Now, it's gonna come up a lot of different layers here. Do not worry. There are only a few layers that we really need to work with. So this layer here, and I wish I could zoom in, but let's just pull it out. This layer here is going to be our score layer, okay? This is our score layer. The one that has all of the little things, that's a draw. So I'm just gonna hit back on that one. This layer here, they all come in as basic cut. So what we have to do is we have to, once you select it, you have to come over here from basic cut and change it under the operations, change it from basic cut. This one we're going with a score. Now you can see that it changes it to those little dotted lines. Now how I know that I want these to score is because it is the line that runs parallel to this tab, and it is also the line that runs in between each individual petal. Does everybody understand? Those are the lines that we want to score. So the first one, and under this drop down, you need to change it to score. The second one, which are our lines that are created, the red lines, they are also in there as basic cut. We need to change them because we do not want our Cricut to cut those slits in our 3D paper ornament. So once again, we're coming back over here to the operations panel. We're going to drop that down and we want to change it to the pin function. Now you can see that is what we want. We want Cricut to draw that as well. Now I am going to go ahead and change it to this very berry just so I can keep it exactly what it's going to look like, and I know what it's going to look like. This helps my brain. Okay. Next is and let's zoom out. Which one did this select? That one must have, yes, okay. So the fourth one down, all of these little hearts, we also need to change from basic cut to draw because we do not want the Cricut to cut that out. We are once again having it draw, and let's go overhead. So do you see how we have like the outline of the actual ornament drawn as well? That is what all of those little, I'm gonna call them little hearts. That's what those little hearts are. We're gonna have the Cricut draw those. So back to our share screen, all these little hearts, we're changing from basic cut to pin. And you see how it turns gray? That is because that base layer underneath there, that's the only thing that we want it to cut out. So you really want your whole thing to look gray by the end. So we're selecting the heart, we have it at draw, we need to change the color just to keep it all the same, and we're gonna change all of these to draw and very berry. So changing it to draw, coming down here, changing the color. Choosing, then we're gonna go to pin. This is a very much rinse and repeat process, and it is going to be something that is going to really help you understand how files come in with all of them, all pieces being basic cut, and it's just gonna help you understand the workflow of what you need to do. So now we can see over here on our layers panel, we have score, we have draw. I still don't know what that one is. I just deleted it. What did it delete? Let's watch. Let's go back up here and select it and see. It says something is selected. I don't see anything that's selected, but when I delete, nothing changes. So we're going with it. Okay. And then, of course, the last one, or the gray piece, is going to stay a basic cut. So if you wanted to, you could change that color. We could go over here. That's a yellow, but let's say we want to change it to this ivory color. That's more so what it's going to look like. Did I get rid of a tab somewhere? The tab? I don't think I got rid of a tab. Maybe I did. It'll be fine. Either way. I didn't see anything that was deleted, but wait, did it? Now I don't know what I'm deleting. Okay, let's just go back and leave it. I don't know what it was. Okay, it's in there. We're changing this to an ivory color. We'll go to advanced. Beautiful. And so that is what we want it to end up looking like. Now, these are still attached together. which you can leave them attached together if you want to. You don't have to detach them. But actually, I do think we do have to attach them because right now they're just grouped. So right now these are just grouped together, so we can ungroup them. So if you want to ungroup them, you can. They're not attached, they are grouped. So we're going to go through the same process over here as we did on the first one. So once again, the first little not so many lines needs to go from a basic cut to a score. We can tell that it is correct because when we zoom in, the score lines are on this tab and in between the petals. Okay, just wanted to make sure we're all on the same page. I have not attached them yet. I'm going to attach them here in just a minute. Thank you. And then the next one is our lines that we need to draw. So basic cut, change to pin. We're going to change it to very berry. We're going to leave this guy that I don't know what it is. And then we are going to change all of these. And let's see if we can change them all at the same time. All of them to pin. Yes. And all of them to very berry at the same time. Beautiful. Yes, Margaret, you could just duplicate the first one if you wanted to. 100%. We wanted to give you both of these together just so you know that it is two pieces that are supposed to be folded together. And then finally, what we can do, we can change this to ivory just to keep it all the same. Now, last thing we need to do is I'm going to select all of those pieces. So we have, thank you so much, Mr. Burt Wayne. We really appreciate that.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Now, what we're going to do is we're going to select all of these, and you can do that by either clicking and dragging and dropping this box over top of everything that you need, or you can select them all from the layers panel here. Now, I always like to check and make sure everything that I need is selected, and it looks like it is. We have all of our drawn heart petals here. We have our main thing at the bottom. We have our score lines and our draw lines. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come down here and we're just going to click attach. And that attaches everything, or like the way that I like to think about it is that puts a paper clip on everything and keeps it all in one thing as we are taking it over to the Make It screen. We can always come back and take that paper clip off at a later time, but that is just like a temporary paper clip that we're going to place on those so it tells Cricut, hey, let's do all of these functions together. I want to keep all of these functions in one thing and overlapping, so that's what that attach does. So same thing with this one. We need to select all of these pieces. If you don't like the dragging and dropping, I'll show you how to do it here. So you'll select the first one, and then holding your shift key down on your keyboard, you're going to select, 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 and just keep on clicking until you have all of the layers selected that you want to attach. After you have done that and you see that they are all highlighted green, you're just going to come back down here to attach. And now we have two beautiful pieces that we are going to put together for our 3D paper ornament. Now, I am going to go ahead and select these. We'll just hide these for later because I want to do these two to see what it looks like, the smaller versus the larger, so that you all can determine how big you want yours to be. Now, like I said, if you have already ungrouped, you've changed everything, and you do want to resize them, make sure that you select them both and resize them together because you want to make sure they are both the exact same size. Okay? Does anyone have any questions so far about where we are at? Because as of right now, that is all that we really needed to do to that file to get it ready to go to the Make It screen and actually start putting this together. And I want to make sure we're all on the same page. So if anybody has any questions about the design space portion, go ahead and drop those in the comments so that I can answer those. And while you are doing that, we can go ahead and talk about all of the paper that you're gonna get in the Christmas Craft Week bundle. Y'all, it's ridiculous a little bit. There's so much. And honestly, you're gonna end up having a ton of leftover paper.
Oh, for sure.
Because some of these pieces, so of course, we have 2 green pieces, and I think we have 2 of these brown pieces. These are both for the 3D treat box, which is crazy, by the way.
Yes,
Such
it
a
is.
cute little something. I can't wait. I feel like I want to make these for kids in Asher's class, possibly. I don't know. Anyway.
That'd be so cute.
I thought it would be very cute. This is gonna be mainly for that. There are going to be like smaller pieces that you're gonna need this brown for, but that's it. This mustard, you're literally gonna use like 1 corner of it for the gift card holder, for one of the gift card holders.
That's crazy.
This one is for one of the gift card holders. This is for one of the gift card holders, literally just a corner, maybe some smaller pieces. I know that you're gonna have tons of this blue left because these we have put in there for the door corner sign, the snowflakes on the door corner sign. So you're probably gonna take up maybe like 1 little strip of all 3 of these pieces. Still gonna have a ton left out of that. These 3 are for the countdown spinner, and maybe this green is also part of the countdown spinner. But you're gonna just use very tiny pieces of these for the gift card holders. And y'all, I feel like I feel like a broken record. I'm not gonna lie. I really do feel like a broken record when I talk about these glitter cardstocks, but I'm just not. Like I was at Hobby Lobby last night, getting stuff for a costume, a Halloween costume.
Oh, snap.
Oh,
snap.
Which I would love. I don't want to give it away yet. I don't want to give it away because it's for Asher.
If anyone knows Lauren McCoy, they know that her Halloween costumes are crazy.
Well, this one is not as crazy.
Okay.
This one, for school, they're not allowed to dress up as their, like, in their Halloween costume because they can't control that. So they
Yeah.
do what they call Hallow-words. So you
Okay.
pick out from a list of words. All the grade levels have different words that they choose from, which I love. And then the kids can get extra credit.
Oh, that's fun.
So we chose a science word.
Okay. What is he? What is he? I'm dying to know.
First of all, he wanted to be Bobby Boucher for Halloween regularly.
I love that.
And I'm going to be Mama.
That's iconic.
I'm going to be Mama, and he's going to be Bobby Boucher. But we wanted to kind of do a crossover for school.
Okay.
So it's a science word, and he's a molecule. Could you
Okay.
imagine what molecule he is?
Is it water?
It's water.
It's water.
He's water. And so we have high quality and then an actual diagram of the molecule. And then on the back,
clever.
I put Boucher and the number 9,
course.
which was
Of
his football
course.
number. Anyway, I'll have to show y'all a picture later. So back to the cardstock, because that's really the main reason we're here talking. I was talking about this glitter cardstock and about me being in Hobby Lobby, and I got off on a side tangent. But what I was saying is I just took a little gander down the cardstock aisle, and I tried to touch the glitter cardstock at Hobby Lobby.
Oh, don't ever do it.
No, don't. I walked out of there with glitter all over me.
It's so bad.
This is shed free, so it's phenomenal. I love it. You do also get white glitter.
It's beautiful.
Which is beautiful. You do also get 2 mirrored pieces of cardstock. Once again, I think we're using like the little corner. It's not like we're gonna be using most of this and you're gonna have this left. Yes, Jan, I do like to squirrel a lot, so sorry. I am squirreling all the time. It's my ADHD brain. Anyway, 3 pieces of black cardstock. This is gonna be for your door corner. You probably, we'll use 2 and have an extra black. We do have an orange. Y'all, this orange is literally just for the nose of the snowman. You get a whole sheet of orange just to cut out one little snowman nose.
You could cut out like 937 noses.
You really could. You really could. Next, you do have a sheet of white. Then we have a beautiful tan. This is more like a craft brown, and this is more like a tan, but you can see them side by side how different they are. Love that. This pine green.
It's delicious.
Love it.
It's
Eat it up. Eat it up. And then the pink, I think you're only using the pink for the ears of the reindeer.
Okay,
Like boop, boop, and that's it. That's it. So that is everything you get. Yes, someone did ask code MGL. Make sure you use code MGL at the Celebration Warehouse website. You are going to get 20% off. We wanted to give you all of the discount. We don't even get a kickback off of that. We decided instead of giving you all 10% off and we get 10% to give you all of the whole 20%. So you get 20% off your order from Celebration Warehouse. Grab that Christmas Craft Week variety pack. So I did not see any other questions. Oh, Ava asked, is the cardstock solid or white core? That is a phenomenal question. The cardstock is solid core cardstock. Yes. I'll replace this black with another piece of black in a minute. You can see here, just to prove, there is your solid core cardstock. Now I will say the glitters are, and the mirror, because they are specialty, they obviously are not color core, but you can see they're that on the front, white on the back. So these are not going to be solid core, but every other color is a solid core cardstock. Love it. Now, back to our actual craft. Since we had a little bit of a commercial break, we're going to go back to crafting. So we were here in Design Space. We are ready to go to the Make It screen. So we're going to click Make It. It is going to pop up here on our lovely mat. We are going to go to Continue. Oh, come on. Maker 4. We are using our Maker 4 today. This can be done on pretty much any Cricut machine. So, Tara said, by the way, since there was a payment option, I did quite the order with that 20%. Get it, girl?
Yeah.
Get it, girl? That's what it's there for. We are cutting this on medium cardstock. Now, one thing we do not like to do around here at Maker's Gonna Learn, I'm not saying I love the scoring wheel, but it irritates me that I have to change it out to put the fine point blade in. So I love to come up here to Edit Tools and change it from the scoring wheel to a scoring stylus. Okay, from the scoring wheel to a scoring stylus. That way I only have to change out that scoring stylus and the pen. That's it. I don't have to worry about my fine point blade. So it's telling me that we are going to be using the scoring stylus first. So what we're going to do is I'm going to move my keyboard out of the way so that you all can bring this down so you can see a little bit better. We are going to load our cardstock onto our mat just like this. And then we're just going to go ahead and load this into our machine. I'm going to move our mini easy press out of the way. And we do have our scoring stylus and our fine point blade there. And then now all we have to do is hit that flashing play button. Is the cards, oh, I've already answered that question. Beautiful. I'm glad we're caught up on questions. So now what it's doing is it is going to go through and score all of this. I don't know if it will, yes, it will score and then we'll load our pen in and then it will do the cut at the very end. So it's just scoring all of those lines. I'm going to go ahead and get my pen ready. And once that is done, it will then tell you, we'll go back, pop over back to Design Space. It will then tell you in Design Space what to do for your next step. So now it's telling us to load the Very Berry pen into clamp A. So we're gonna take our scoring stylus out. We're gonna load that in until you hear the click. Then we're gonna close that and hit that flashing play button again. So while we are doing that, I saw where everybody was popping off, yes, you're coming to Christmas Craft Week, but I want to know, what are you most excited about? Like, what project are you most excited to complete? If you have seen the projects, which one are you most excited to complete in Christmas Craft Week? Drop that in the comments.
My personal one I'm super excited for is Amy makes that and her beautiful Christmas banner.
Her Christmas banner, and she is making that Christmas banner from just canvas, a piece of canvas. She didn't buy the banner. She's cutting the pieces out and then putting the Merry Christmas on it.
It is very, very cute, and I want to make one for my house.
Friend, I've never used, also, I don't want to even attempt, I feel like I'm pretty good at name pronunciation. Thaiska, please elaborate on how to pronounce your name, because it sounds like it would be a beautiful name. I've never used my pens with Cricut. I'm telling you, using your pens will elevate any of your paper projects. You want to talk about card making, start using your pens, and some of our writing fonts that we have in the MGL membership. It takes it from a level 5 to a level 10. I got it right! Yes. That's what I'm talking about.
I love it.
Tony says rhinestones. First of all, can I just talk about how I was watching Delonda's video? She is beautiful, number one. She is so beautiful.
So much.
And I love her description. Like, she just does a phenomenal job. I also was watching that because I've never done a rhinestone project either.
Yeah. It's so intriguing.
I don't know if I should have just admitted that to you guys, but we've just never done one here. She's just such a good teacher. I'm also excited about that one. The one that I think the one I'm most excited about for here to show you guys is the silhouette ornament.
Oh yeah.
I think you guys are really gonna love that one.
Yes, it's precious.
The sign with the ornaments and the bling shirt, we do love. Christmas Craft Week pack only available with the All Access Pass. No, Diana, you can go to the Celebration Warehouse website. I'll show you where to go here in a minute. And you can just purchase that whenever you want to. Durain says wood burn ornament and the ornament sign. Yes, we love Delonda. So, although Nakia says Lauren is the best at names, and I think I called her...
oh gosh, I don't remember.
I called Nakia something for a while.
Was it Nikita?
I think so.
The T?
I think I added a T or something. Okay, so here is what we look like before we start folding our score lines and attaching all of this together. So now what we need to do is we need to start folding this together, and then we're gonna attach it all. So you really want to, the hearts fold in. So do you see how these fold in like this? And then this score line is gonna fold out. So it's kind of like an accordion. We're folding in and then out. So you can kind of go all the way around the horn almost. Not quite, but close. So where the hearts attach here are going like this, and then they're coming together here. But you don't have to like fold it super crisp, because you can fold it super crisp once you get it like all attached. But it is kind of gonna be a moving ornament. So here, and then we're going to fold that one back out like this. And so now this one has to come in too. Let's fold this one in like this. And then it kind of like folds together, comes together like this, and then we will glue this one onto that. And then the tab also needs to be folded back this way. Also, just so you guys know, Holly designed this all on her own for you guys.
I wouldn't even know where to start making.
Yeah,
something
so
like that.
she saw an inspiration photo. I think there was some, like found inspiration. You can see how you can kind of fold it all together like this. We found inspiration, I think, from like maybe West Elm or Anthropology.
Yes. That's impressive.
Yeah, and then she just decided to do it. We did have a question. Yes, okay, Deborah, I'm sorry, I did not mean to miss your question. I always seem to have a kind of a hard time getting my cardstock on the mat completely straight. Does it matter if it's on there a little crooked? Absolutely not. As long as you have enough paper to cover the area that your cuts are. It doesn't matter if I go in there and I put that paper on there like this. Now, it's going to matter if it is like, oh, of course, this is gonna matter because it won't go through your Cricut. But if you put your paper on here like this, as long as your Cricut can put it through there and your cut is where the paper is located, it's not that big of a deal. It really isn't. I will say, to get your paper on your mat a little bit easier, what I like to do, starting up in the top left corner, do you see how I'm holding this side up? I like to kind of put this down, place my hand up here, adjust the side as much as I can, and then lay it down like that. Hope that helps. Hope that helps you getting it on there straight if you are having an issue. That is how I personally like to load my paper and vinyl or HTV or whatever on a mat. Just makes it easier. So, last one, we're gonna work on this guy. Remember, we're folding the hearts come together like this, and then if it's two hearts side by side, it goes away from each other like this. And then we just keep on folding like an accordion, opening it up, folding those two hearts back to back. We'll bring this one together, and then we'll do this one as the last one. Brooks, tell me if I get out of focus with the camera. I'm trying to do this where everybody can see it. And then bringing this one together like this. So it's just like a little accordion fold. And then we can bring it all together like this and get a real good fold on it. And then pop it back out. And then the tab, we want to flip it back away from the hearts like this. Beautiful. So now all that is left is we are going to attach these two tabs together here and here. And then I'm probably gonna add a little bit of hot glue to that center piece because it kind of comes open, and I'll show you here in a minute. And you know what? We may just do hot glue with this because it's kind of a quick set. Since we are working with the precision, let's just go ahead and do. This is why I like a precision hot glue gun. Do you see how small that was? So I'm just going to line those up, press that tab down like that. So we've got that tab there. And then we're going to do the same thing over here, and then I'm just going to glue that center together. So here's my tab. I'm just going to do a little bit of. A precision hot glue gun really changed the crafting game for me because I was used to working with like just the regular high temp, like big glue guns. And here's what I mean by that center is kind of still open. I just like to kind of bring that together like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, on the back side, which I did get, this fold is off just a little bit, which could be maybe part of the reason. So on the back, you see there's still like a little bit of hole there. Thank you guys. Honestly, I'm just glad I have 10 nails again. And I wanted to do something Halloween, but not like in your face Halloween. So I'm just going to add a little bit of hot glue there. Hold that together, just like that. And I'm just gonna let it sit. Kara says, so I totally could take a few of them and make them into a wreath. Yes, you definitely could make these into a wreath, but also hear me out. What if, let's go back to one. What if you strung these, hear me out. What if you strung these on like fishing line and they were like hanging from a window, like they were falling?
Like little snowflakes.
Like little snowflakes almost, but like,
They'd just be
these
so
would be
magical.
cute. Honestly, these would be cute for like Valentine's Day.
It would be.
Too.
Or even on a garland.
Yes,
really
garland.
cute.
There's so many things that you could do with this. But this is pretty much where we are at. Now all we have to do, and here's the difference between the two sizes. So this is a smaller one. You can see here, this is what it looks like smaller. And then this is what it looks like larger. Smaller versus larger.
Cute.
And then the last thing we are going to do for this is we are going to grab us some ribbon. You don't need a ton. That's honestly probably too much for this one. If you are turning it into an ornament, I would be very like mindful of that. Making sure you don't make your loop too large. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some hot glue here on the back. And I'm going to tack that side down, and then I'm going to use this side to figure out how large I want my loop. I feel like that's pretty good. And then I'm just going to add some hot glue on the other side of the heart here. And tack that down. And I still have some tails down here that I'm going to grab my scissors. Boop, and boop. And done. Now we have a cutie patootie 3D ornament.
I love it.
I do like the different sizes, and I like the different sizes together. I feel like they would be a great, like, I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of things that you could do with this. Also, in case you guys didn't know, we're not going to go into showing you how to do these, but when we were thinking this through and we were making this file and creating this, we really wanted to, at first, we wanted to string it with these 3D paper ornaments that we have on our website that are so easy to recreate. And I feel like they go so well with all of this. It's giving almost mid-century modern, like kitschy Christmas, in a way.
Sure.
But we do have these files on the website, but look how cute, like, these all play in together. They were actually, we actually created these as a set, and this is what we were planning on hanging from like the windows, but it ended up not happening. But yeah, this is just a little tidbit, just a little extra in case you wanted to make a matching set of paper ornaments, but that's it. And that is how you can draw and cut and score with your Cricut.
All of the things.
All of the things.
So cute.
I love it. If you guys have any questions, oh, I forgot. I completely forgot. I forgot to show them the Celebration Warehouse website and where they can find. I was talking about that. So let's go ahead. Let me show you real quick. Boop-a-doop. We're going to go over to here. We are going to go to celebrationwarehouse.com. From here, what you're going to do, go over this drop-down menu where it says cardstock. You're going to come down here to where it says variety packs. It is the very first one here, the Christmas Craft Week variety pack. Remember, guys, today is the last day you can grab that. So what you will do, oh, it says, wow, 3. I told Ashley before we went live that I was telling everybody today was the last day. But what you're going to do is you're going to add that to cart. Once you have done that, if you go to view cart, and then you can come down, let's go ahead and just go to checkout so I can show you where to put in the code. So if you go to checkout, beautiful, and then right here where it says discount code, just type in MGL and apply. Bada bing, you get 20% off immediately. Look at there.
Beautiful.
So that's where you're gonna find the variety pack on the Celebration Warehouse website. And yeah, just so you guys know. Barbara says, so cute. If you change the petal lobes to pointed one, they would be stars. Yes, that would be super cute.
That would be.
To make a star like that. I feel like we might have done something like that at one point.
We
but
have this Scandinavian star file, which is kind of the vibe of
Yes.
what you're talking about.
yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where you're gonna find the cardstock. Make sure you grab that today. If you haven't signed up for Christmas Craft Week,
Oh, yeah.
gotta do that.
You
gotta
have
do
to.
that.
And it's free.
I know.
It's free.
I know. People are still talking about what they're most excited about. Gift card holders.
Yes.
Those gift card holders are so cute.
They are darling.
They're so cute.
So cute.
Is the only time you can get 20% off with them, or can you get 20% off? Yes, you can get 20% off the entire website.
Yes.
Whenever. Now, I will tell you this, she does not stack. If she's running a sale, you can't stack the code.
Yeah.
It is only if there is not a good sale going on, you can go ahead and use that code. But if she is running a cardstock sale, you can't stack the code. But that MGL code is good literally whenever you want.
Anytime.
Anytime you want from here on out, unless something changes and she takes it away, the MGL code will be good for forever.
Yes.
Forever, ever. Forever, ever.
Forever and ever and ever.
But I have had such a good time with you guys today. I hope that you enjoyed our project. I would love to see if you recreate something like this. Post it in our Facebook group so we can see it.
Please,
That's
you
one
have
of our
to.
favorite things. I don't know. I don't feel like I've been seeing as many pictures of craft projects yet. I might have to go in there and show you all some of our Halloween costumes. If you all are, that's another thing. If y'all are using your Cricut to do a Halloween costume, please, 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 please post it in the Facebook group so we can see.
Yes, please.
Because that's one of my favorites. Also, I did have another Halloween costume. I don't think I've told you this one. And then we'll probably head out. And I used my Cricut to make the lines
crafty
on the
queen.
shirt. But I dressed up as a road
Okay.
and headlights.
Okay.
And I had a friend that dressed up as a deer.
Stop it.
Deer in the headlights.
Stop it. You're
Yeah.
so creative.
Yeah, look, hold on.
That's stop. That's not the friend I was expecting, but I love that.
So, anyway, please post your projects. Please post anything that you do. We love seeing it. We absolutely adore
we
it.
do.
But we will see you guys back here on Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to kick off Christmas Craft Week.
Oh,
You
yeah.
better be ready because we're going hard for 5 full days.
Yes.
Can't wait to
Buckle
see you
up.
guys. We'll
Yes.
see you guys on Monday. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your week and a great weekend.